Hello everyone. To continue with more on matrices, today I'll be talking about properties on multiplication of scalar multiplication of matrix and how to multiply two matrices. So let us start with the properties of scalar multiplication. Properties of scalar multiplication. Let A equal to Aij and B is equal to Bij of order m cross n be two matrices. Also, let K and L be two scalars. Then number one, K times A plus B is equal to K times A plus K times B which is equal to K times Aij plus K times Bij which is equal to Kaij plus Kbij. This is first property. The second property is K plus L times A is equal to K times A plus L times A, which can be further defined as K times Aij plus L times Aij, which can be further written as K times Aij plus L times Aij. So this is the first part, properties of scalar multiplication. Now let us move on operational part, that is multiplication of two matrices. Let A is equal to Aij be a matrix of order m cross n and B is equal to Bij of order n cross p be two matrices then the product AB is defined as C and C can be further explained as C is equal to AB, where C is equal to Cij of order M cross P. Let us try to understand all these, what definition says. The definition says A is a matrix Aij whose order is M cross N. And B is a matrix of order Bij with the order N cross P. So you can understand what is the relation between A and B and under what condition AB is going to be defined. AB is going to be defined when the number of column in matrix A is equal to number of rows in matrix B when you are talking about AB. Or we can say that if we are talking about the product of two matrices, then number of column of the first matrix must be equal to number of rows in the second matrix. Then question arises, what is the order of C, which is the product of AB? It is very clearly defined that C is defined under this restriction and the order of C is going to be M cross P. So here the most important is this M is, when you are talking about AB, this M stands for number of rows in A, same will come as here number of rows, and this P stand for number of column in B and same stand here also. So row is taken, number of row is taken from the first matrix and number of column is taken from second matrix to define the product, which is the most important part of this definition. Now let us try to understand when you are talking about the element of this, right? So to make you understand this, we need to understand how your result looks like when you are talking about Cij, or you can take, for simplicity, you can take this as C Cik. Let us take CIK. This is an element. So when you are talking about CIK, then what does it mean? That this I must belong to the first matrix and this must belong to the second matrix. Then what about the middle one? So to understand this CIK, you need to look at what should be A and B and how this process goes on. So A is equal to A because you are taking ith row, so it will be AI1, AI2, AI3, and it will go up to AIN. Similarly, because here you need to understand that this process is happening, and here you need to understand that ith row is taken from the first matrix and kth column is taken from the, so B will look like this: B1, K, B2, K, B3, K, and so on, and B and K. This is ith row of A, and this is kth column of B. Now when this will be multiplied, so what will happen? Look here. AI1 will be multiplied with B1K. AI1 will be multiplied with B1K. Just try to understand. Let me write 2, 3, then you will be able to understand. AI2 B2K plus AI3 B3K plus so on AIN BNK. So you can understand we are talking about only one element. We are talking about only one element. This element is the resultant of ith row multiplied with kth column correspondingly. So first element will be multiplied with the first element, second will be multiplied with the second element, third will be multiplied with the third element, and nth will be multiplied with nth element to give you this CIKth element. And it can be written in short form as sigma A I J B J K, where J is varying from 1 to n. I hope you have understood this. To explain it more, let me explain you this by taking an example to make it more clear. For that, I need to rub this. I will not rub the lower part because I have to correlate. So let us take an example. let A is equal to 1 minus 1 2 0 3 4 and B is equal to 2 7 minus 1 1 5. Let us write the order. This matrix has order 2 cross 3 and this matrix has order 3 cross 2. The number of column in the first, I'm talking about A, B. I want to define AB, right? So when you are talking about AB, the number of column in the first matrix must be equal to number of rows in the second matrix. These two must be identically same. Then what happened? Then AB is equal to C, which is equal to Cij. Can anybody tell me what will be the order of this resultant? Yes, the order of the resultant will come from here. This will occupy this place. This is row, so it will take the position of row, and this will come second. So order of the resultant is defined at C2 cross 2. So what I am looking for? Basically, I am looking for C11, C12, C21 and C22. Now you will look carefully to understand this part. I am looking for C11. So I'll be taking ith row. Ith row means first row of A and kth column of second kth column. So C kth, that is 1. So first column of B, and they will be multiplied correspondingly. So what will happen? This first element is multiplied with the first element here. You can take round to understand. Then second element is multiplied with second element, and the resultant is sum. So it will be -1 into -1 plus the third element of the first row is multiplied with third. So 2 into 5. Now you must have understood what is the significance of number of column must be equal to number of rows. That is the significance of the matrix multiplication. If number of column here is not equal to number of rows, you will not get this result, because you need to multiply correspondingly. The first element has to be multiplied with the first element, second has to be multiplied with the second element, third has to be multiplied with third. I hope the things are clear. Now I am looking for, this is over, right? Now C12. C12 means first row of the first matrix and second column of the second matrix, and the same process. So it will be 1 into 7 plus -1 into 1 plus 2 into minus 4. Same. Then I'm looking for, this is over, right? Then I'm looking for C21. C21 means second row of the first matrix and first column of the second matrix. And again, correspondingly, 0 into 2. 3 into minus 1 plus 4 into 5. This is over. Now last is left. C22. C22 means second row with the second column. So now you multiply 0 into 7. 3 into 1 plus 4 into minus 4. And you can see that order of this is 2 cross 2 and order of this is also. I hope you can now multiply and get the result. Just to revise it back, let me explain once more. Let A is equal to Aij be a matrix of order m cross n and B is a matrix of order n cross p. The number of column is equal to number of rows, then only AB is defined. First part is over. But AB is defined. AB is defined as C. Defined as C. Now, how C will look like? That is another condition. So C will be looked as AB, where each element of C, because it will be a big matrix. So I am talking about a particular element which belongs to ith row and kth column. Ik. Ik means ith row and k column. So let us take this ith row of A matrix and kth column of B matrix. And now you multiply correspondingly. You can see the beauty of this. The variation is on J. J is this J. J is varying from 1 to n. And when you add it up, you will get only one element, that is ith row and kth column. Now look here, when we are talking, when I'm revising it, let me see. I found that there is a typo error in this. Let A is equal to Aij of order m cross n and B has to be j cross k. It has to be j cross k, right? So there is a error here and the resultant C will be of order Cik, right? So please rectify this. A is equal to Aij, this is perfect. There was an error here. B has to be written as Bjk and C has to be written as Cik as resultant, and where I'm talking about Cik. Rest is fine. There is no problem. This is fine. Now let me sum up this as the result. So this result is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 10, then 7 minus 1 minus 8, 0 minus 3 plus 20, and 0 plus 3 minus 16, which is going to be 13, 7 minus 9 minus 2, and 20 minus 3 is 17, and minus 16 plus 3 is minus 13. So the order of this is, so this is perfect. Huh? Now let us verify again once more before we close it down. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 10, 13, 7 minus 1, 6, minus 8, minus 2, then minus 3 plus 20, 20 minus 3 is 17, and this is 3 minus 16 is minus 13. This is perfect. So answer is correct. Now, just to wind up this, as I have discussed the properties in detail, so I'll be just talking about the properties quickly. The properties of multiplication on properties of multiplication on matrix or matrices. The number one, commutative property. AB is not equal to BA. Commutative property does not hold true. Number two, associative property. A, B into C is equal to ABC. This holds true. This does not hold true. Third, existence of identity. Existence of identity. AI is equal to IA is equal to A. The fourth property is distributive property. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Number one, and number two, A plus B into C is AC plus BC. These are the properties which are applicable, and this property is not applicable. The reason is it may happen or it may not happen. So since it may happen, it may not happen, so that is why we say that this property does not hold true. Thank you very much. I will continue with more on multiplication of matrices with examples in my next video. Keep watching, and if you like it, please subscribe it to continue with more on matrices. Thank you.